What's up, people? So we're back again with another video. As you can see from the title, we're going to talk about Pernell Whitaker, and we're also going to talk from the title about the WBC president's response on Twitter to PBC's lack of acknowledgement of the WBO as a championship title. So first and foremost, Pernell Whitaker. You know, I said all along that if Pernell was to face Floyd, he definitely get a win on Floyd. And someone who sort of confirms this statement is Leon Muhammad, who was the manager for boxers, as well. He was a matchmaker in boxing, and he's been around forever. They call him an OG. And he said, this is his words, he said that Pernell Whitaker would back-to-back beat Floyd Mayweather in two fights. So back-to-back he beat Floyd Mayweather in two fights. And I thought about it and I was like, that's possible. That's possible. And this is his reasoning. His reasoning, which I don't fully agree with, in fact, I probably don't agree with, but anyway, his reasoning was that, you know, the old school fighters knew how to hit you on your hips to kind of cripple your movement. So if you try to shoulder roll, they hit you on the hip, you know, they thumb you, you know, they'd hit you on your shoulders. And he thinks he'll soften up Floyd. Pernell Whitaker knew how to do those pinpoint accurate shots and it'll soften up Floyd a bit. Now we know Gennady Golovkin does that. We know Canelo does that. But another fighter who does that, who faced Floyd Mayweather, was Marcos Maidana in the first fight. Marcos Maidana did everything to Floyd, even stuff that had nothing to do with boxing. He tackled him, he kneed him, he hit him in the balls, he put him, he thumbed him, he hit him on the hips, he bit him. I mean, he did everything in his power to win that fight, the first one. And so when Leon Muhammad talks about that, I don't think that's going to stop Floyd from getting the W against Pernell. But this is where I think Pernell succeeds against Floyd and could get a W against him, even back-to-back Ws. His elusiveness, the fact that Pernell does not get hit easily. You're not going to just land punches on Pernell just like that. Now, Floyd would shoot the straight right and catch Pernell like how Tito did. But I just think that it would take a while for that to happen. And I just think, though Floyd has a lot more tools in the bag than Pernell does, and some of what Pernell has, Floyd is no Pernell Whitaker, of course. Pernell has a totally different style of what Floyd has. But I just think that a lot of people also think that Floyd would not adjust. So if you watch the Marcos Maidana fight, when Floyd started getting caught with the overhand rights and he's you know, was trying to take punishment on his hips and shit, he started to duck, he started to dip. He started to do what Pernell Whitaker does, duck, dip, slip, you know, not slip only, but move out the way of punches. He started to do that and counter. I just think that it would be a tough fight against Pernell Whitaker, but I do think that Floyd definitely could beat Pernell Whitaker. I think he definitely could beat Pernell Whitaker. I think that, though, Pernell Whitaker would give him the fits. If he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he definitely would lose that fight. I think only Money Mayweather could beat Pernell Whitaker. So that's my thoughts on that, because I think that Pernell Whitaker's that good, you know. No, I didn't watch Librarian's response in full. I watched up to a certain point. And I wanted to say, though, that I put forward a proposal through Tommy Temper for him to join Tommy Temper's Hangout, and we chop it up. And he said something about he wanted just me on his site. I'm not going to go on his site because he can do whatever he wants. He can knock me off the site, and he can just go on in his rants, you know. We want something neutral. So I told him, if you want me, you know what to do. But if he doesn't want to do that, that's up to him. It don't mean nothing to me because, as I said before, he's the one making videos on me. I'm not making no videos on him. I made one video on him. That's it. And it had to make with the point with the WBO and PBC. So if he wants to continue making videos on me, more power to me. You know, he already has the wrong idea about me. So he doesn't know me. You know, I don't presume to know him. I know that certain interactions he had with me were racist, and he still continues on his racism. Even now, trying to call me boy and all these kinds of racist things, which he doesn't even realize he's being racist. You know, very disrespectful and racist. And that's okay, because I don't give a damn about him like that. I don't care about him like that. But I'm trying to do what Tommy Temper and Get This Smoke wants me to do, which is they want me to talk with people and interface with them and engage them a little bit more. So instead of being an isolationist and putting somebody down, instead, like boxing does, you know, try and build people up. So that's what I'm gonna do. But he an old guy. I heard him coughing and choking on himself and shit. I don't think that's cool, you know. I think he gonna kill himself. You know, I have a neighbor who, she really hates the next neighbor. Like, the first thing in her discussions about that neighbor. You know, and consumer, and has Parkinson's now. That stuff will kill you, man. So, you know, sometimes some people just want to be right. You know, maybe their lives are miserable, whatever. And this is their one thing that gives them respect. So maybe that's what's going on with him. But it's easy, like I said, it's easy to refute what he said. It's very easy. I know. That's why he's called Boxing Librarian. I know. Hey, man, whatever for him, you know what I'm saying? But the issue is really a simple one. He is saying that the WBC cannot invalidate the WBO, you know? And he makes it and almost a factual statement when it's not. It's an opinion, if you think about it, you know? The PBC could possibly invalidate the WBO. If they do it in their organization, they already invalidated in their organization. But if he's talking about worldwide, it's possible as well. It's possible that could happen. You just have to think about it. I'm not going to say how. I want to be able to debate it with him so he can see. It's really simple. It's not like these things. Sometimes some people get like really, they trip out, they lose their stuff because you kind of pointed out something where they realize they're wrong. And they feel like they're the Bible of everything. And so, you know, I go, man. So this is his one little straw, that his little universe where he's respected, and I guess he feels like he's being disrespected. I get it. But you can go deeper down the rabbit hole because you lost your shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not thinking clear. That's up to him. He actually took little snippets of what I was doing. I went and watched this thing. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I know. You don't have to tell me, Jackson the Hopeful. You don't even have to tell me. I know, but you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. It is what it is. You know, sometimes you just have to either you try to encourage people. Like why I wanted him on Tommy Temper's hangout, I still do. I'm not gonna trip out or anything on him. I was just listen, I trip out on people and stuff. Okay, say somebody decides to go high and yell me out. I just want to show the person, you can't do that, buddy. Buddy, there's levels to this shit, and I go past the ceiling if I want to, and I could blow you if I wanted to, you know. But I'm not that kind of person, okay? And you can see me. I try to be a nice person. I try to be a nice person. You know what I'm saying? You know, but there's a dark side to me, like everybody else. There's a very dark side to me. But I just don't want to. I don't want to show that side. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got it. Everybody's got a dark side to them. Yeah, he got mad at me calling him racist because it came close to home. But he is a racist. What's wrong with that? Like that's the problem with people. You tell them something negative about themselves, and they can't handle it. They know it's true. So what? So what? Like I was talking about just earlier on in the other video. So what? We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect in this world. You're doing like, and it's boxing. Of all things, it's boxing. You know there's racism in boxing. So if you're racist, why do you think he's defending the WBO? Why do you think he's putting out this video to give hope to people? Because the Eastern European fighters who he identifies with, who are mostly white, use the WBO. You understand what I'm saying? That's it, right? So when he tries to call me banana state and monkey and stuff like that and going I'm sorry. Let me behave myself. Tommy's not gonna be happy with me. I'm gonna stop doing that. I'm stop doing that. You see, I could. To me, it's hilarious. Then he starts to choke on himself, and I'm like, God damn! I don't want this guy to get a heart attack. You know, I'm pretty sure he's an old guy at that. And man, the dude. One thing I like about the dude, I'm gonna tell you all the good things about Boxing Librarian because I think people get the wrong idea. And you know, I feel like I'm Jay Cotto right now. Like I ticked him off and I tripped him off. You know, I don't want to get Jones off of that because that's not my motive to tick people off like that. You know, and so I'm gonna stop laughing about it because I'm just gonna stop. But quite frankly, man, he got triggered and he just went with that trigger. He got triggered first of all when the LDBC was talking about the PBC removing the WBO from their roster, right? You know, I also watch Pernell boxing, Pernell International, and he's just totally biased to black fighters. This guy is just, but anyway, he was saying, you know, he was pointing out that very few fighters in the PBC have the WBO title. All right, Andy Ruiz has a WBO title, but I also have an argument for that. That, you know, because, you know, Boxing Librarian said that basically his point was Andy Ruiz has the WBO title. Why hasn't he thrown it away? But there's actually an easy answer to that. It's so easy. You know, like everything he said, and some of it he misrepresented me and misquoted me on. Everything he said, basically there's a simple answer to it. That's why I have no problems going on a hangout that's neutral. I want a neutral hangout. I don't want a hangout where he just cut me off or he decided to mute me or whatever, because that's stupid. You know, I'm not going to go up in somebody's territory where they can do anything to me. No, man, I'm smarter than that. We go in a neutral place and we civilly discuss. I'm not going to insult him anymore. I insulted him before and he didn't even know how to make up a new insult. He called me a clown. I was the first to call him a clown. All right, and these insults only started because he started calling me a flomo. If he didn't call me a flomo, and I heard him out and I heard all his arguments out, I gave him one response going to his channel once. It was a lengthy response, and I was done. I didn't have nothing to do with him. I didn't care about him anymore. Then he showed up on Tommy Temper stuff, and he attacked my statements. And he was wrong there too, you know? And now I point out, because Tommy Temper had it there, I just pointed out. All I'm saying is, see y'all doing this boxing nonsense now. All I'm saying is, y'all clunging, man. Y'all enjoying this, aren't you? This is entertaining, isn't it? Anyway, all I'm saying is, you know, that dude made many videos on me. And I'm like, dude, are you obsessed with me or something? Up to this day, dude can't let go of the fact that I was talking to him about something, which somehow it struck a nerve on him or something. And he tries to, still to this day, he's trying to humble me. Because, you know, who's you? Yet he never shows his face. You should show your face. If you want to humble me, you should be bold enough and brave enough to face talk to me. You know what I'm saying? It's simple, man. You know. So I don't really care, like I said before, about other what they're doing. I offered him, through Tommy Temple, I offered an invite for him to come and civilly talk about this, point by point. It really is simple, right? He could take it or he could leave it. Me personally, it don't matter either way. All right? If he leaves it, I'll just make a video, last video on him, because I'm not going to give him all my time, and show what I was saying. Okay? And show where, again, I think he made a mistake in what he was saying. He tries to make absolutes on things which are not absolutes. We don't know what the future brings. And unless he has a crystal ball in his hand, he don't know either. He just guessing. You see? So, you know, that's what I'm saying. And it sometimes people get so triggered by what the events that are happening that they say things that they never really thought all the way through. And I'm not going to say no more because I feel like that's just going to, again, because you see some things, when you say certain things, it don't really help nobody. Because the person might feel offended. So I'm trying my best right now in this video not to offend this guy. Because if his life is built on what his channel is, then man, I want you to enjoy your life. But just remember, you can't have that same attitude you're accusing me of. You saying I'm pompous and proud and I'm insulting other people, but here you come doing the same thing to me. You in the name of humbling. So, and you wouldn't show your face. You afraid to show your face. Show your face. You know what I'm saying? You don't show your face on your channels. You don't got that bravery to put yourself out there and be a target. I don't have a problem with people saying anything about me on YouTube. It don't scare me. You know why? Because I'm a real person. I'm not faking my persona. So all that you could do don't mean nothing to me, because at the end of the day, I'm still going to do my videos. I'm still going to talk boxing. And people who see things that make sense about what I'm saying, they're going to just roll with it. Those who don't, they don't. It don't bother me one way or the other, you know? And that's what I'm saying. He wants respect, but you don't disrespect people to gain respect. You got to respect people to gain respect. And there was a way, if you have all this knowledge, there's a way to talk to people in a manner where you can educate them about something without going like that. That's honestly the truth. And I'm at fault of that too. If you know better about something, there's a way to talk to people about that so they could get to see what you're saying. You don't have to command people to respect you. And if somebody disrespects you, you're like, oh, no. You just roll with it. It's no biggie. Right? So, yeah, I put the offer out there. Tommy put the offer out there. He turned it down. And he wants me to come on his channel and do his hangout. Ain't gonna happen. He got to come on a neutral side. I'm not going on my channel. I'm not doing my channel where he have to come to my hangout. We could come to a neutral channel, which is Tommy. Tommy's a peacemaker, so I know he would be cool. And we can hash it out there. Chop it up, baby. He might find out that he and I have a lot in common and we actually enjoy boxing a lot. He don't know what my channel do. He don't know my product. He clearly don't know what I do, right? And I ain't trying to pretend like I know what he does. I watched 1 or 2 videos. I'm not trying to pretend like I know what he does. It's not like that. Now, he decided to cross the pond. He decided to pass judgment on me. The only thing I'll tell you is from his interactions with me, I find it racist. But other than that, I don't know him like that. He don't know me like that. You know what I'm saying? And so if you want to really get to know somebody, let's start with an area of common ground. That's all. We both like boxing, clearly. So let's talk about it. You know, his contribution to boxing is he likes to give the history of boxing and stuff. And that's dope. That's dope. I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? He got his opinions and things. Just make sure that you don't say your opinions are facts. It's your opinion. Nobody's mad at you. All I'm saying is, iron sharpens iron. There's times when I'll correct him on something. He shouldn't be mad. There's times when he'll correct me on something. He shouldn't be mad. You know what I'm saying? You know who's a guy that's really knowledgeable and still he's so cool? The Blackbird Sugar. He corrected me on a couple of things, but he was very encouraging. And I learned that's what I'm supposed to do with other people. So I'm going to try and do that now. It's hard, man, because I'll be cursing and swearing. I'll be clowning. I'll be wilding out and all that shit. But I was having fun. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was having fun doing that. But I gotta rein it in. I gotta be it myself. I'm a Christian, man. Christians don't do that shit. They don't do it. They don't do it. And I know better. I know better. Yeah. But yeah, people. You know, another thing I would tell people is you can know all my files. I can give you all my files. I don't give a damn about that. I'm here to talk boxing because I like boxing. I'm not here so people could worship me or some shit like that. So I'm not on that beat at all. So if you like what you see, it's cool. You hit the like button, you subscribe. If you want to give a donation to my channel, cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to also work with Tommy Temper as well as Get This Smoke and anybody else. You know, I'm meeting some really cool people in boxing. I'm beginning to realize, you know, don't ever judge people on their first impressions of them as well. So I'm learning as we move along. Y'all is cool people, man. Y'all is cool people. I just be clowning sometimes. I be wilding it out. Yeah. He mad at you calling him a racist. I don't know him well enough to know. What kind of racist stuff does he do? Yeah, well, we had some interactions, and he's talking about monkey, and because I'm black now. That's why he kind of issue with the LBBC, and he thinks they're dumb. Black people are dumb, you know. That's why he even calling me dumb, and he's saying, duh, 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 duh. He's trying to show that I'm dumb. He got to, you know, because he has to show he's superior to me, because he's white. Jackson the Hopeful, you are the A side, 1.2 subs to his 200. You're funny though. I guess you got to go on Tommy Temper. Yeah, go on Tommy Temper, man. That's neutral ground. He been on there already. It'll be cool. I'm not gonna be trying to ad hominem him and stuff. We just gonna go points against points. Hash it out. We're gonna do points against points. You know what I'm saying? Hash it out, and that's it. No need to be personal. If you want to be personal, fine. But you just make your points. It's really easy to debate something. You know, it's not intellect versus intellect. A lot of people think it's intellect versus intellect. No, it's truth versus truth. That's what it really is. You understand? So he may give his truth, then I may give my truth, and then the truth may be somewhere in between, like what happened yesterday, where we all kind of came to agreement on different things. You know what I'm saying? And that's all to it, really. A debate can be something that's very useful, very informative. So, you know, we try to give each person a chance to say their say. You can't talk over people. That's something I shouldn't do. You don't talk over people. You be respectful. You listen to people say their piece. You don't even have to finish your piece. Not always. You know, sometimes you know it's not necessary. So, because the point already made. So, I mean, if you want to do it, let's do it. Let's do it, baby. I've said I'm willing. I'm ready. I'm ready when he's ready. Let's get it on. Let's get it on, baby. Let's do it. You know? If not, well, okay, cool. You go your way, I'll go my way. It's not a problem. You know? Anyway, back to what I was saying. So, Pernell, Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather. Now, the other thing I wanted to talk about, I think it was two topics, right? The WBC. Oh yeah. All right. The WBC. The WBO president came out just a couple hours ago, and he made a statement on PBC, at least a rumor, that PBC no longer recognizes the WBO as a sanctioning body that they want to be associated with. And he said his statement was effectively that because Errol Spence is facing Terrence Crawford, they are trying to invalidate the WBO so that Spence doesn't have to face Terrence Crawford. Like I said before, invalidating the WBO doesn't mean that Errol Spence won't face Terrence Crawford. He might still face Terrence Crawford, and the WBO belt might even be at stake. But at the end of the day, the WBC will not recognize the WBO belt. That's what will happen. Okay? That's all. That's all. Jackson Hopeful says, I'm not good at translating my thoughts to speech, as stated by doctors, so I can't really do debates well. That's all right, man. Everybody got their strengths. It's not a problem, bro. It's not a problem at all. You know? Listen, man, all of us have our strengths and our weaknesses, and so and another thing about it is some people can debate very well, but they can't execute very well. Some people can execute very well, they can't debate very well. So everybody got their little thing that they could do, you know. And it's not that deep, man. If you really trust me, it's not that deep, right? You know. Going back to what I was saying, so that's what the WBO president said. The thing about it is, he said it to he said it to Bob Arum, Top Rank, and ESPN. Oh man, the WBC, the PBC was saying the very reason that they didn't want the WBO anymore as a sanctioning body and don't recognize them is because they have favoritism towards Bob Arum, Top Rank, and Frank Warren. And they hashtag it straight to Bob Arum, Top Rank, and ESPN. I mean, oh man, come on. So they validate the point. And Terrence Crawford is a Bob Arum fighter. It was so funny. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but at least it's gonna keep Terrence Crawford in the public's eye for a little bit. So maybe it's a way to promote Terrence Crawford. I don't know. But I gotta say, these guys, man, they know how to put drama together. Anyway, but the PBC does not recognize. You notice that they don't recognize the WBO. Okay. So I might as well say what I want to say. Andy Ruiz, even though he has the WBO title, I think he has 4 titles that he got from Anthony Joshua. Let me just make sure I'm right here. Okay. Hold on a second. Okay. Hold on a second. All right, cool. So I'm just looking through this stuff here on BoxRec. What do you mean by login? Hold on a second. Oh yeah. I want to show you guys something because I want to show you guys something. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. Don't forget to smash the like button. That would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Anthony Joshua, all right? Man, I made a lot of videos today. It's cool. So, Andy Ruiz won the following belts. There's 4 of them from Anthony Joshua. He won the WBA Super World Heavyweight title. He won the IBF World Heavyweight title. He won the WBO Heavyweight title. But he also won the IBO Heavyweight title. Now, just because PBC doesn't recognize the WBO and IBO as heavyweight titles doesn't mean that Andy Ruiz needs to throw them away. Right? Have you ever heard of major belts and minor belts? That means that the WBO just returned to being a minor belt. So, just like how the IBO is not a belt that is world recognized, okay, it's a minor world belt. People who win the belt, they don't throw it away. Right? They don't throw it away. What they do is they just simply have it there, but it's not counted as a major world title. That's all. So the argument that Andy Ruiz needs to throw away the IBO belt, the WBO belt, doesn't make any sense. It'll still be there with him, but just the PBC doesn't recognize it. Or maybe he doesn't either, but it's still there. All right? It's really simple. It's like the IBA, I think some boxers, like I think it was Zab Judah or something, or one of those other guys, they won the IBA belt. You know, it's just minor world titles. Doesn't mean you throw them away. It just means they're not recognized. It's that simple. All right. So like I said before, there's a lot of things that are very simple and easy to explain and talk about. Yeah. So the PBC though, most PBC fighters don't have the WBO world title. Here's the thing that I think is interesting, and a lot of people are not thinking about. The PBC has more boxers and more fighters in it than any promotional company out there. More than Top Rank, more than Matchroom, more than Golden Boy, more than Frank Warren's company, Lou DiBella, etc., etc., etc. Because you have to understand, Lou DiBella actually is one of the promoters in the PBC, and there are a number of promoters in the PBC. What this means is that the PBC is not a promoter. It is a corporation of boxers and an organization. This organization is vast and huge, which will have a big influence on boxing. So if you put that into perspective now, and you look at the PBC invalidating the WBO in its organization, you can see how very easily that can translate to worldwide eventually. It doesn't mean it will happen, but it's possible. Which is why when Boxing Librarian says they can't invalidate the WBO as a definitive certainty, he can't say that either, because it's not a definitive certainty. While it is the other boxing governing bodies, the WBA, IBF, and WBC, which have allowed the WBO to sort of correspond with them. And so that's how the International Boxing Hall of Fame has asserted that the WBO is added to those three belts to become undisputed champion. That can easily be reversed. And it's based on influence. It's based on numbers. It's based on people in the industry. The sanctioning bodies will go along with very powerful players in the industry. Here's the Boxing Librarian. What is up, Boxing Librarian? How are you doing, my friend? As I said before, let's chop it up on Tommy Temper's Hangout. Let's do that. You've called me a racist, you idiot. I have done multiple videos calling out people being racist. You don't know that because you're ignorant. That doesn't mean you're not a racist. Take, for instance, Jarrell Baby Miller was calling out AJ as doping, and he was found out to be doping. So again, my good friend, your argument doesn't exclude you from being racist. Right? I'm not trying to put you down, my friend. I'm glad you came on my little live chat. I invite you to come onto a neutral hangout with Tommy Temper. Let's chop it up, man. You don't know me, and I certainly don't know you. Let's get to know each other. Let's start the ball rolling on more amicable terms. I don't want to. There's no need. We're boxing fans. So, I'm not trying to be smarter than you. I believe you're a very smart person. And I believe you have a lot of knowledge. Let's chop it up, man. So what do you say? Tommy Temper's Hangout. We could do it now. I'll have to go take a drink of water and let's just run through it, all right? It's real simple, my friend. And you may not think of me as a friend, and you may think hostility of me, but you don't know me. You don't know me, and I don't know you. So let's get to know each other. May started off the ball on the wrong foot, but let's get back on the right foot. What do you say? Are you game? Boxing librarian. And hey, let me tell you something. There is no one on this in this world. Is that rain? There's no one in this world who's perfect. So don't worry about it. It's not like, you know what, people don't get it. Just because somebody call you racist, first of all, boxing librarian, it happens. Okay? I was racist at a certain point in time. Do you know that? I always thought that black people were the be all and end all of all creation. Yeah. So hey, it's all good. I probably even still have racist tendencies in me. I don't have a problem saying that because hey, I'm working on it. I curse, I swear, I do all kinds of shit. All right. So come on, man. We big grown people. We could sort this out, man. All right. So what do you say? Chopping it up on Tommy Tempers? Tommy Tempers is an awesome dude, a very respectful guy, and I would love to engage you in this debate. It's a very good debate, and love to engage you on it. See what your vast knowledge has to say, as well as your perspective on certain things, which may be totally separate and different to mine, but still, let's get it on, baby. All right. All right. So, hopefully, the boxing librarian. Don't forget to smash that like button. Hopefully, the boxing librarian will take up my offer. Pretty much at the end of my video, and hopefully, we can run from there. Boxing librarian live says, "You called me a racist. There will be no nice discussion between us. You don't know that, brother. You don't know me like that, and you don't know yourself like that." We can have a nice discussion, my friend. All right. And if your big hiccup is being a racist, dude, then just isolate yourself from all humanity, because you're going to get a heart attack. You're going to get a heart attack. Otherwise, come on, man. Let's grow up. Let's be adults about this. Don't lose your shit over that. If I'm wrong, when the truth come out, the truth will come out. So what you got to worry about? Let's go. Let's chop it up with Tommy Temper. Guys, we're going to try and do a hangout here with Tommy Temper. Hopefully, it will work out well. Wrap it up. And let's get it on, baby. Let's get it on. I just want to tell you, though, boxing librarian, I'm going to try and be as nice as possible with you because, like I said before, I don't really want to be, you know, savage and hostile. You know, I don't want to be that. That side of me is not productive. It leads to nothing. Nobody benefits from it. Yeah, it's nothing personal, man. Ain't nothing personal. Let's get it on, baby. Let's do it. I'm sure you will want to join. All right, guys. So I'm going to split for a minute. Let's see if we can get Boxing Librarian up on there. And we're going to chop it up. 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 It's only points. And there's never losers because people get to learn different things. And we get to grow as individuals. Boxing Librarian. He called me a racist. That's very personal. Okay, then let's chop it up. Let's go, Tommy Tempers. Let's go. Chop it up. Like I said, you don't know me, and I don't know you like that. So it can't be personal if you don't even know me. Think about that. I know. Take your time and calm yourself down. When you're angry, you can't think straight. Like you are not thinking straight right now. So calm yourself down, give yourself an hour, and let's chop it up. If you can't calm down, you can't reason properly. You know that? If you try to fight somebody and you're angry, you're liable to get yourself beaten bad. That means nothing, my friend. Do you understand? Like I said before, you can seem like a proponent uh for for equality and stuff, and not understand that you yourself are being racist. Right? Like when you were engaging me, you didn't even realize it, but you were being racist. But it's because I come from a background where I know I've been treated with racism. So I know what it is, right? Every time you try to be derogatory to someone and you use something that has to do with their color, their skin, how they appear, how they look, and you match that up with their intelligence, you don't even know it. It's racist. You don't even know that. And that's what you did. You didn't even know that. See what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you that when you're thinking about proceeding to engaging with people, right? Do realize that when you're trying to be, you're trying to put up yourself and bring down somebody else, that that sort of elitism, as we call it, sometimes backfires. And you come across, for the people who know what racism is, you come across that way. You see? Don't worry about it, man. Let's just chop it up. I'm sorry that you're so offended by that. Yeah, it's subconscious. That's the problem. So that people don't even know they're being racist. You know, my dad used to say this about the East Indians in my country. He used to call them coolies, and he used to call them this and that. He was being racist, okay? And he wasn't even aware he was being racist. You understand what I'm saying? But I feel like let's talk about racism. Since we're here, we're going to talk about racism. Let's just talk about the good, bad, and ugly, okay? So the good, bad, and the ugly is this, right? A lot of people don't want to be racist, all right? But the reality of the fact is, just because people grow up differently and so on, they don't know when they're being racist, all right? Now, racism and racist are terrible words, fine. But they're not that much different, believe it or not, from a guy who is cussing like a sailor and he wanna hurt somebody, okay? Because it gets to that point, all right? And honestly, I believe most of us here in this boxing community wish each other well. We don't want to kill nobody or nothing, right? But it's just that, unfortunately for all of us, sometimes in order to lift up ourselves, we feel because of certain inherent qualities we have that we are superior to other people. And that, my friend, is where, once you're talking skin color, that's where the racism comes in. Sadly. Just all you have to do is trace back to what you are really thinking and doing, and think about what you say about certain groups and people, and you'll realize you're being racist. It's like, as I said before, it's just a gut check. It's like, just because you have nobody in this life that's perfect. All right. And how you grew up and what environment you was in or whatever, you may have a certain perception of yourself, and that's not the reality. All right. And it's never nice to know that the perception of yourself is not what you really are. I know. I've been through that. So that's all it is, man. I am, I'm shit in many respects. Y'all don't know that, but I'm shit in many respects. Okay. So don't feel how about that. I know my flaws. I got a lot of flaws. Okay. So don't feel a how about it. All of us came up. All of us got to work on shit. Oh, see, I'm still cursing. All of us have to work on stuff. And that's the way how it goes. I mean, that's just life. You know what I'm saying? A Christian who judges me a racist, when by your admission you don't know me. Judge me not, lest you be judged. There you go. Right? There you go. I hope you feel good about yourself right there. Because you're absolutely correct. I'm a Christian, but I'm not living like a Christian. Who am I to judge you? Exactly. And so all I'm saying is, and you made an absolutely correct point. I'm not even going to try and deny it. So I want you to understand, bro, that this is not, I'm not trying to put you down by saying you may have racist tendencies or you're racist. Dude, it's just the reality of the situation that I observed, right? But like you said, I'm a hypocrite. Racist and hypocrite. There you go. I'm a hypocrite. That's true. 100%. 100%. That's what you basically said. And I have to accept that as a reality. If I'm humble enough, I'm going to do something about it. Right? We all got to do something with ourselves. So I'm just saying, don't feel a how about what I'm saying. It's just an observation. At the end of the day, you could do something about it. So don't worry about it. If you could do nothing about it, that would be a problem. But you could do something about it. Me, I could do something about my hypocrisy. If I do nothing about it, then that's on me. But I could do something about it. I'm working on it. All right? So, I mean, let's get it. Let's chop it up. Let's just go through the points. And there's no reason for me to put you down or you put me down. You just go through the points. Let's do it. Let's get this thing on the road. Let's start off on a better foot. You know, and let's just roll. You know what I'm saying? As they say, let's work at squashing the beef, whatever it is. You know, I should have really paid more attention and been able to realize that that was an issue for you. And I'm not trying to, like, as I said before, I'm not really trying to correct or assassinate people. That's not what I'm in the business of doing. I'm supposed to be building people up and encouraging people. So let's talk, man. And the whole point of me being even talking about boxing was to educate people, just to get people to enjoy the sport of boxing and actually respect it. So if that's my goal and that's your goal, then what the hell we doing for it? I mean, we have the same goal. You understand what I'm saying? So if we want to debate this thing, let's do it on Tommy Temper's Hangout and all the other guys and stuff. And you're gonna have we're gonna have differences of opinions. That means absolutely nothing. People have differences of opinions all the time, and it's all good. There's a spectrum. We should be able to respect each other's differences of opinion and just keep it rolling. You understand? So, because people know I contributed to the boxing. A lot of people see boxing a little different because of my contribution, and a lot of people found out about fighters and learn about boxing because of your contribution. So obviously you've been doing something positive. Obviously I've been doing something positive. So why the hell we fighting? You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to say that a lot of the things we do is non-productive because we trying to protect ourselves. And trust me, it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. And listen, if you have to come straight at me and tell me the truth, tell me the truth. I don't like people who smile in front of me and behind my back. They really telling the truth about me. That's the people I don't like. But you see, I give you mad props for coming up on my live stream, rolling up and saying, what's up? Because at least you confronted the situation straight up. So I gotta give you your props. So at the end of the day, we can argue something. We don't have to go trashing each other. I'm pretty sure I'm going to learn something from you. And I'm pretty sure you're going to learn something from me. And that's it. That's what Tommy wants. So that's why I'm the person who alerted me on this situation, is trying to be a peacemaker as well. And so I'm trying to be a peacemaker because of those people. Those people are the people that encourage me to say these things I'm saying. I got somebody outside who's working on the back. I think they're burning stuff in the back of the house. I gotta go check that out in a minute. Yeah, man, let's do it. Let's chop it up. I think I'm gonna enjoy this. I think I'm gonna enjoy this because I'm beginning to realize different people's perspectives and how interesting it can get. So I think I may enjoy this session as well with you. So we'll see how it goes. All right. No hate. I ain't hating you. All right. This went on a little too long. We should have chopped this up a while ago so that everything could have been good, but it didn't happen. So hopefully now. All right. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to bounce out. Hopefully this hangout comes up and then we can see what we can do with that. By the way, isn't that Gene Tunney you got there? That's Gene Tunney, isn't it? That's crazy. You got Gene Tunney as your icon. That's crazy. Cool, cool. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go up, try and see what's up with Tommy in the hangout. Let's see if we can get this hangout bumping, and let's see if we can chop it up. All right, guys, have a good one. Peace.